Hello, this is Mohammad Wais Ansari. I passed out from St. Anthony's High School in the year 2015. Before I'd say anything, I'd like to mention that I, as a person, whatever I've achieved and whatever I've become until now is all because of the values and teachings imparted to me by the great teachers of St. Anthony's High School. And one such teacher to whom I'm very thankful and very grateful is Debjani ma'am. I remember that when I was in my primary classes, my brothers used to say lots of good things about ma'am, and I consider myself very lucky that I also got the opportunity to learn from her and call myself her student. Like, there are many good memories of ma'am's classes, but one thing which I remember the most is the advice which she gave to me back then. Like, in one of her classes, she was asking to everybody that what do you want to become in your life? What do you want to pursue in your future? To which I gave a very vague and a very childish reply back then. And hearing it, ma'am paused for a few seconds and ma'am said it to me that, Wes, whatever you want to achieve in your life, always remember that aim for the stars. Only then you would land up in trees. And that advice, that reply back then has been a major turning point in my life. It has changed the way I think. My whole thinking pattern, my whole perspective has changed since then. So, thank you, ma'am, for making a great impact in my life and, like me, to the lives of several other students of St. Anthony's High School over these years. It will be a great loss for the school to not have you around anymore, but again, it was very lucky to have you around for so many years. So I wish you the best of health in the coming years of your life, and may your next part of life be filled with joy, happiness, and laughter. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Hi there. Morning to you. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm fine.
So, ma'am, you remember me? I'm from 2003 batch.
2003.
Yeah.
So you have grown up into a man now.
Yeah. You have been like teaching for a very long time.
30 years I have spent in this institution. Almost 30 years.
30 years. That's very long.
Very long and incredible years.
Yeah. So, how was your experience in school?
School is a living institution,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So you come here, interact with so many people. So my work was just to teach, but teaching is not enough.
Yeah.
Teaching is one part of the school, and while teaching you have several things you have to look after. You have to read a child's mind, you should know the psychology of the child. These things when I joined, it was not known to me.
Okay.
During my teaching, while teaching, I also learn with you, I also grow up with you, get myself enriched, and especially while teaching I always want to know that how far you are understanding. Because in the class, see, I am teaching maths or science. Normally these appears to be difficult to the boys. So if I keep teaching and I am not getting any feedback from the boys, then the teaching also goes down. I don't get that interest. So I have to read your mind, how far you are understanding. And this is one part, this is teaching in the school. This is my direct exposure. But there are also indirect things are also there, which are related to me. As for example, you see how to interact with the parents, then with the authority. Then very closely I have noticed or observed how a school runs, because school is just not limited within the boundary of the classroom. So there's several experiences.
First of all, congratulations, ma'am, for a very wonderful career.
Really?
Yes, ma'am, like you have served generations of students with your knowledge and guidance, and we are truly grateful to have your guidance in our careers as well. I hope you remember me as a student of yours in class
I remember
9.
you. Regarding that, you are telling that I have spent a successful career. I don't know how much I have served the purpose. So that is to be decided by you people.
That's right, ma'am.
And if I could touch your life in some way, that is my gain. I have gained that in my life. That's a blessing for me. This is every teacher's in their heart. They believe that if you appreciate us, that is the reward. It is your appreciation.
You have gained a lot of appreciation.
Really, if it is, that is God's blessing. I don't know how far I'm worthy of that.
We are grateful to have you as a teacher in some part of our life. And with deep respects, I would like to ask that in the great career, in the wonderful career of yours of 30 years that I have known, what have been your interaction with the numerous teachers, like many teachers coming and then going away, being a part of the Anthonian family for a few time, for a longer period of time, some who have shared the journey with you right from the start till this point. How have it been?
Look, when I joined, I was the youngest, almost the youngest member, and all were seniors, and I have joined the school after losing my parents. Both my parents, they expired within a month. And after that, when I joined these seniors, and they were very affectionate. I used to enjoy that, and school became a second home right from then only. I remember when I used to take my tiffin and all, they used to bring some achar or something like that. So that I still remember those. And they were very affectionate to me. I can recollect many of them. And then when time was passing, I was also advancing in age. Then the senior teachers, they were on their way, they were going out of the school, retiring. The new ones are coming. And new ones also, I learned from them. I have learned many things from my teachers. And one, the cooking is there. I have developed knack for cooking. That after joining this school, that is there. Homekeeping, these things are there. But apart from that, I have seen them very closely. How they are facing different challenges in their life. So I have, that way, many things I have gained from them.
I think they will have many things to learn from your career. Thank you, ma'am.
If so, I am grateful.
May I come in, ma'am?
Yes, do come.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning to you, Kamal. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. How are you?
I am also fine. Thank you. Thank you for this, reminding us.
It has been a long
Remembering
time
us.
since we have met.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yes, ma'am.
Which year you passed out?
I passed in 2013. Yeah, that was the year.
7, 8, 9 years passed.
9 years I passed. See, there are a lot of questions that I want to ask you.
Ask.
I'll ask you just one question, one special question. There must be many incidents that took place in your life. What is that one special incident that you could recall that must have taught you many things, like professionally?
This is something I have learned
Yeah.
while I interact with my boys in this school. St. Anthony's High School, it has a special, it's not like any other ordinary school, it's a missionary school, it has a special mission,
Sure.
isn't it? That is, they always focus on all-round development other
Yes.
than studies. So once I remember years back, I was teaching in the class and there was a student, he was specially able. So he had a stammering problem.
Okay.
But once I have asked him a question or on his own he wanted to tell me something and it was taking such a long time and I noticed the boys, they were holding their patience
Wow.
in the class and they were so supportive. And then they waited till what he expressed in his own way. And that is not one single incident in our school. I've seen boys, a boy still he is there in the school. He also he has a problem in his hand, I think, from birth. But he is never mocked by the students, and students are very cooperative with him, help him to get into the steps and all. There was another, while talking to you, one more
exactly.
is coming in my mind. There was a boy who had a problem on his feet.
Okay.
I am also not stable in my feet.
Yeah.
So I have seen the senior boys, the captains and the volunteers, they used to carry him to the class, both times, when the class starts and when it comes. So these things I have learned. Sitting at home, I would not have seen these
Exactly.
things. coming to your company, I have seen your association is very, what I say, it's very, I can learn many things.
So I think this school also provides you an all-round development, even morally.
Yeah,
It gives you.
this is something.
This is an experience of like boosting someone's morality and like cooperative development,
and
as
sending
one
some
can call it.
positive vibes. It doesn't matter who comes first in the class.
Doesn't matter, yes.
Yeah, the whole class, how they behave or how they are morally oriented. These things.
And that too, the students are very rooted to their grounds. You must have experienced that. They're very rooted.
And our boys, they have a golden heart. I should say that.
Yeah.
How we take them, we treat them as our own children, we beat them, whatever it is, end of the day, they will wish you back.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the beauty, they have a golden heart.
A very good morning, ma'am. It's been 19 years since we said this to you, since we gave our last secondary exams. Almost all of us made good for ourselves in our lives. And I could say this on behalf of all my friends that it wouldn't have been possible without your guidance, support and teachings. An important day of your life is coming up and we wish you all the best. We pray for your success and hope that we meet soon.
Right, ma'am. It's such a pleasure meeting you after so long. It's like,
Really, Yusuf, after so many years,
Yeah.
I get to meet you now. I still remember you, how small you were. You were in school dress, you used to come. And one incident I can remember, we were having some opening song and you were taking part in the dance. Remember? I scolded you and later I asked for forgiveness at the end of the day because I felt very bad.
it's all good, man. You were our parents in school, so after our parents, it were you only. And
So that is the actually the beauty of our school. The boys, they never take it to heart. And whatever, we handle them like our own kids.
yeah, and when we grow up, it's been like 16 years since I left the school, and still it just seems like yesterday that we met you and we were sitting in a classroom.
Yes.
And those lessons that you taught us, and I remember you used to teach physics and mathematics. So apart from the academic lessons that you used to teach us, ma'am, there are some messages, some lessons that you taught us that stick to us. We still carry those messages and we still use them in our life. Some values and principles that you taught us. So
Nice to hear that. And actually, we, the teachers, and you, the students,
yeah,
actually we are actually part of the same family. That is, we are all Athenians,
Right.
and we together should try to keep the glory of this school.
absolutely.
You see, boys, you are the torch bearer of this school. Our school
Absolutely.
glory, dignity, everything depends on you.
Yes.
So you hold it high and let others also follow you. You are one of the leaders of this school, I should say, Yusuf. You have also paved the path to that. And let others take you as an example and they look up at you.
Since you taught us such valuable lessons in life, on this occasion, what would be your messages for the students?
My messages for the students is, you see, we should always keep in our mind that we are Athenians. And once an Athenian is always an Athenian, whether you are directly connected to the school or not. So we should always try to keep that glory and dignity and do whatever we are doing for the sake of the school. That is our main objective. That should remain always there.
Hello Debjani ma'am. Congratulations on completing almost 3 decades in St. Anthony's. I still remember, and it seems just like the other day, when you entered our school in 1994. I was in class 8. You were very calm, composed. You taught us quality maths. Also, I would like to tell you, and I think I am the right person to tell you this, because I, along with my 3 other brothers, have completed almost 4 decades in St. Anthony's. That you are retiring, but your relationship with St. Anthony's of Padua has not ended. We will miss you, madam. God bless you and hope you all the best for future.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Safan. How are you, boy?
I'm doing good, ma'am. How are you doing with life?
I'm fine. I have a break. I have retired, you must have known,
Yeah,
from Jan.
definitely. Like from school, you must have known, you
Yeah.
must have experienced such a lot in this.
When I joined this school, after that, there's 3 changes in my life. In my character, the person who has joined back in 1993 and now I'm retiring in 2022, a completely different person is coming out with so many experiences, and I have evolved a lot. But after I joined this school, first of all, the Bengali atmosphere is no longer there. Boys from different languages are coming. They speak, their mother tongue is different, Hindi, then Urdu also, to some extent English. Now that is to there. Then religion wise also, I get a new exposure. Different religion, this is a meeting point, this school. They are coming to the same point, sharing things and all. Then I will say financial, that I was telling you, that economical background. We were brought up with that intention that you have to study and pursue your co-curricular activities. But here I have seen how boys, they are helping their parents, especially fathers in their business. But here new exposure. Now, first of all, I used to think what they are doing. So this Hindi dance and all. But now I get into the rhythm of that. I also understand how much hard work is behind that. So many things, what I tell you, it cannot be said in one word.
Definitely.
And boys are coming here from humble background. They have to fight for their life. Every day is a challenge for their life, especially for their mother, to meet the both, and they don't have the helping heads at home. But our life was not like that, very smooth life was. So I start understanding the boys, I can read their mind, I can see their heart now. So those things make me matured and grow up, I can see the other part of the world. So the first day I remember when I joined, the first school function. So boys were, the twin brothers were there, 16, 17 years old. They were wearing banyan and they were dancing to their heart on the stage. I was looking at the face of the teachers. They are mistaking all these things. But now I am a changed person. I start enjoying all these things. I start appreciating these things.
So there's a lot of changes.
A lot of
you have
changes. As a
found.
human being, I have changed a lot. Especially this cosmopolitan, this atmosphere. And now I can see that when I talk to my friends, I understand they have not changed. They were like that. The way I was there, they still think like that because they didn't get this exposure. But I as a person, I have changed a lot.